Hi everyone, it's Jerusha coming to you again. I am excited to share with you a comment that I got that I wanted to highlight regarding my political video that I did for the election night. The one called Crying for America and the World Tonight, Presidential Election Night 2016. Okay. I have gotten a lot of comments and I have not been able to approve all of them for lots of reasons that I shared in the video I did just before this, a little bit before this one, regarding the comments and the reaction from people about that video. But you can see that there's like 700 views right now, which is more than any of my videos have gotten, which I'm excited about, actually, even though, you know, I had to cry a bunch of tears, which were real tears, by the way, not crocodile tears. They were real tears. But I am glad to have the views, and I don't mind crying on camera, even if I'm an ugly crier, even if I'm not. I really don't care. So I was glad that I got a lot of views. A lot of people that wouldn't normally see me or my videos watch that video. More, in fact, most, unfortunately, of the comments that I got were not able to be approved by me and forwarded on so you guys can look at them. Some were, and most of them were negative. Even the ones that I did approve were negative. But there was one that, because I like to sort of recognize the positives in the negatives. That's just part of me. Okay, so I'm gonna actually post a link from this person's comment to this video I'm doing, as well as I will read you their comment and I will read you my response to it on this video. Because this person may have made multiple comments and I may not really be quite as fond of the other comments they have made, because I haven't been able to look up all of the letters and acronyms that they used. I did on this one though. So it was someone named Steve Reed, R-E-A-D. It could also be pronounced Red. I don't know if he's read things or like if that's his real name. Okay, so one day ago. Oh, by the way, today is Friday, November 11th, 2016. All right, so Steve wrote, my recommendation for you: turn off CNN, go to a rural town and meet these people you think are monsters. I don't remember saying that they were monsters. Anyway, actually take a look, he says, actually take a look at how Obama, SJW. Now I looked what capital S, capital J, capital W stands for, and I believe Google tells me that it probably means social justice warrior. And that is kind of ironic, actually, that the very first thing, which is from Reddit, very top of Google results for that, says social justice warrior, says, well, SJW originally referred to the crazy Tumblr types who would say things like, quote, white people wearing dreadlocks is cultural appropriation, end quote. Or, quote, I was mentally raped by a man yesterday because he looked at me in the subway, end quote. That sort of thing. This person, of course, Steve Red, he did not write this thing that I just read to you, but I was looking up what does SJW mean, because I'm so out of it, I don't know. So actually take a look at how Obama, SJWs, BLM, feminists, essentially the entire left makes them feel, period. Liberals claim to be the intellectual party, but the fact that you don't get it, I assume that Steve Red is speaking to me, that I don't get it. The fact that I don't get it, proves there is no thought, period. This is the revolution against the establishment. I appreciated Steve Red's comment, and that's why I'm highlighting it here, because even though Steve Red has made some assumptions about me that I don't believe that I have stated, he's wrong about some things, I believe, as I can share with you and as I share with him in my response to his comment, which I will link below if I can. I like to highlight people that are doing well. I wasn't able to approve some comments through to be published under this video, the other video, because they had too many, or if they had any, insults, name calling, threats, sort of like things I actually have had in my life, but you know, I'm pretty tolerant. I think I'm too tolerant. So I'm kind of keeping myself in check on that one. So I'm not going to approve any that I know of, insults in the way that are just name calling, abusive kind of stuff. And I'm also trying to do a good job of like practicing my report button on that. But this Steve Red, he has called me, or he's talked about Obama, social justice warriors, and by Black Lives Matter. I believe that's what BLM stands for. That's what I thought off of the top of my head. That's probably what BLM stands for. And then feminists, essentially the entire left, make them feel. Okay, so my response to Steve Red is, Saunter Scamper, me, wrote 1 second ago, Steve Red, thank you for sharing. I, in fact, have lived in and come from a rural town. I do not see these people as monsters unless they do monstrous things, and even then, that doesn't make them monsters themselves. I believe this, Steve Red, by the way. Not just saying it to be nice. I have known both kinds of folks. I appreciate that people can revolt against things they feel oppressed by. Our country barely began, but with some revolutions of the people. And I'm not even talking about against, between the Native Americans and the people who came here from Europe. Okay, I'm not even speaking about that because, yes, my people were Europeans and they did negative things when they came here. I'm not speaking about that, though, to Steve Red. I'm speaking about the Revolutionary War, everything that led up to it, which was a whole bunch of bullshit, led up to the Revolutionary War. And I have done a lot of ancestral research, which I'm excited about. It's one of my passions, actually, and have found that some of my family ancestors have fought in the Revolutionary War and also in the Civil War and various other wars. They're from Pennsylvania and they were farmers, but even some of those people that were farmers left their farms and went and served. So I found that out within the last year. So, and today's Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. I'm kind of a pacifist, but I do think that sometimes there's a need to go to war and there's a need to serve. And I appreciate people who have served. I was grateful to find that even though some of my ancestors, in fact, most of my ancestors were farmers from Germany and Switzerland, they came here in the 1700s, early 1700s, and they still fought in the wars that were necessary to fight for, even if it was a revolution. So I'm proud to know that on today's Veterans Day, and I haven't always known that my family weren't pacifists that tried to get out of going and serving because of being farmers. Nothing against pacifists by any means, but I was glad to know that they did serve sometimes, even if they were farmers. Okay, so continuing on with my response to Stephen Red. I'm not sure if I read this before, but anyway, I'll say this. I appreciate that people can revolt against things they feel oppressed by. Our country barely began with some revolutions by the people. I think I read that to you before. My ancestors were amongst those who fought in those revolts in the 1700s and afterwards. Intellectuality is highly overrated, Stephen Red. And thus, it can be an encumbrance, I'm admitting to Stephen Red, because Stephen Red doesn't know very much about me. Apparently, I look like an intellectual to him, which I guess I'm kind of flattered by, but he's kind of not necessarily right. I mean, I don't know, I have an education, but I don't think that necessarily... Anyway, being an intellectual doesn't necessarily need to be a negative thing, but Stephen Red does consider intellectuals, in quotes, like to be kind of like, you know, there's an encumbrance there, and I'm kind of agreeing that it can be an encumbrance, actually. I have met lots of intellectual folks, and I have seen the encumbrances of them, and probably haven't seen all of those. Okay, so the best thing knowledge can provide is an understanding of various perspectives. In my video here, I share my responses in real time to the election results. As an American, I expect to see what I expect to see what happens next with our new president. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I should have written an extra word there. I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to actually seeing what is going to happen next with our new president. I will hope for him to be the best president he can be. I am going to do my very best to have an open mind. It makes me happy that as a country, we can have all sorts of presidents and give them a good chance to lead us as a nation. I am proud of our country even today. Okay, so I wanted to highlight Stephen Redd's comment because it was a comment that was derogatory, negative, not necessarily too insulting. And so I can share it because if you guys share comments to my video, you guys, I mean like the people that shared to that video, I would like to publish your comments. I want to, even if all of them are negative, even if all of you say that I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, as long as you're not doing name calling, being abusive, like overly hostile in the abusive kind of way, not just sharing your opinion, which can be very strong, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with having a strong opinion. I appreciate it. I appreciate it when you can share it in a way that's not going to hurt people in this really, you know, in a way that I kind of have to figure out where the line is for it. Okay, so what I want to say to you is thanks for watching. Everyone who's watching, I am glad to have more viewers, even if it doesn't last long. I know that most of them are negative and they probably will not last long. But I had more responses to this video than I got any other ones. Not like I can continue that, but I believe there's 40 downs as far as like dislikes and 7 likes. Hey, that's more people weighing in than what I've had before on any of my videos. So, hey, if there's more dislikes than likes by like 40 minus 7, what's that, 43? I don't know. My math isn't great, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Anyway, so if there's more dislikes than likes, at least people are weighing in, you know? That's okay. That's cool. You know, I'm not going to judge too much about the quality of my viewers because, of course, everybody who watches YouTube isn't going to necessarily, like, be a cross-section of the United States of America. I mean, people don't all go on like Facebook. So people don't all like love going on Facebook. So what I want to say is that I love that people are watching this. I love that I was able to contribute something, provoke people's emotions potentially, even though they would probably, you know, insult me for being a feminist, for saying they're saying I'm a feminist, and they're telling me to go cry myself out and all that stuff, which is fine, whatever. Whatever I can contribute, you know, which within reasonable constraints. I don't mind doing this, and I did feel that way that night. I am glad that and impressed and happy that how many people have been responding in a good diplomatic way regarding the acceptance of the election results, like President Obama and Clinton, Hillary Clinton, which, you know, I didn't get to share that, you know, hey, I'm not like pro Clinton, okay? Took, you know, decision for me to decide I'm going to vote for Hillary Clinton rather than like one of the more like one of the non-major party candidates. I could have done that too, but I really felt like just my personal choice was just that I needed to decide, to vote for one of the two because I felt I really wanted to make sure that Donald Trump didn't necessarily win, if at all possible. So, no, I'm not in favor of Hillary Clinton. I don't love her by any means. I'm not a Hillary Clinton supporter. I don't believe I ever have been. I just voted for her because I felt like that was better. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to do the decision of the lesser of the evils, even though that's not an idealistic way of voting. But this time I chose to do so. So I love it that I'm getting comments, and I want to thank everybody for doing so. I would like to ask that if anybody's still listening, that they contribute their opinions without name calling and without being so hostile that I can't really approve those comments because they're so hostile and abusive that I just can't like forward them on because they're reportable. Anyway, they're reportable. So yeah, share your opinion, share the negatives, for sure. Like, just do it. You know, you don't even have to listen to my whole video to do so. I mean, I'm sure you can comment without listening to my whole video. So awesome. Good job, everybody. Good job. I'm so glad you're American. I'm American. I'm very proud to be American. My family has been in this country since, at the latest, since 1727 and possibly 1719. Okay, so my family's been here for a really long time, and we were bilingual actually from Germany and Switzerland. We were German speaking, bilingual from like the time we got here, 1727, until like shortly after World War II, that my family stopped teaching their children Pennsylvania German. So that's my history. I'm American. I'm a patriot. I believe in dissonance. I believe in revolt. I believe in disagreeing. I believe in possibly even Republicans. I mean, most of my family are Republicans. So I'm totally cool with being a hey, if you support Donald Trump, who am I to say? I've only gotten part of the information, and I chose to support Hillary Clinton this time, but not full-heartedly. But I did put my vote for her. So everybody, love you all. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you all are having a good day, and I hope that people are able to really get over this to a certain extent. Like, just get on with your life and keep living your life, because the world probably isn't going to end. I mean, it could, but it probably won't. So the odds are against it. So I really hoping that, that doesn't happen as usual. So, I was very impressed and happy and excited and just like so blown away that we elected President Obama. Bless his heart. I thought he was a great president. I supported him fully. But I understand there were a lot of people that have problems with it, and I don't believe it was all because of race, even though I think a lot of it was. And I also don't think this was all about sexism, even though I think probably it was slightly more than what I realized about Hillary Clinton not becoming president. I think it probably would be harder to elect a black president than a female president. But that's my gut instinct, is just that I think I'm surprised that we had a black president before we had a female president. And I really don't think that we're more racist than we are, or less racist than we are feminine or anti-female or whatever. But that's my ideas. And I really don't do all my research. I just kind of like go based on a lot of stuff that I've got coming into me. I'm not an expert, but as a person with ADHD, I kind of take it all in. It kind of steeps around in here for a while, and then it comes out. And you know what? That's why I don't like to have a lot of political debates, because I don't have the best memory. And I really can't recall facts just like a dictionary, because it's not really important always to do that. So anyway, take care, you guys. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to link to this video to Stephen Red, or Reed, however he pronounces his name, and let him know that I've made this video, kind of actually congratulating him, and I am very appreciative of his comment, because I was able to use it for a video, which I think that's good. That's a big deal. Stephen Red, I didn't just choose you randomly. I chose you because you express yourself well, and I am so in favor of that. So thanks a lot. And I'm seriously not being facetious, actually. I know it sounds like I'm being facetious because I'm being so nice. Some people think that, but I'm not being facetious. I'm trying to be respectful, actually. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.